Peace, family. I am here with another reading, and I kind of wanted to do a reading called What is Blocking You, because I just know like this year a lot of us, myself included, have just tried really hard to move forward in certain directions in our lives, and it just feels like I don't know, just kind of like getting beat up against a brick wall a little bit, where there's just no forward movement and no progress. And so I was like, okay, well, let me do a reading about what's blocking us. But then God was like, well, duh, I'm blocking you, you know. So I was like, oh, shit. So that phrase came to me, man's rejection is God's protection. So I'm going to shift the focus of the reading a little bit. I want to talk about what it is that we've been rejected from, but then I want to do a reading on how that was actually a blessing, because it was God protecting us. So I have the melanated, I got my melanated deck, and then I have this other deck that's like tarot of every day or something like, I forget the name of it. I've had it for a long time, but this deck is really quirky and I like it, so I'm going to use them both. Okay. I've already shuffled both of them thoroughly, but I'm just going to shuffle on camera because I know once you guys are actually watching the video, your energy is in it with me. So I'm just going to shuffle with you guys here, you know, with your energy here as well. But if I don't shuffle that long, don't be like, oh, no, she didn't even shuffle, because I really did shuffle for a long time before I turned the camera on. Okay, so first I'm going to ask what were we rejected from? What were we rejected from? 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. And then the 5 of Pentacles is clarified by the ship. The 2 of Wands is clarified by the Hermit. And the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Lovers. And then we have agriculture at the bottom of the deck. So I know y'all don't know what that means, but I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, so the ship is about opportunities that come in very quickly and they leave just as quickly. And so when the ship arrives, you know, this is like your ship coming in and you have to jump on it. So I feel like part of our rejection is that maybe we were in kind of a 5 of Pentacles space where opportunities came along, but I'm getting 2 things. These opportunities required a certain amount of optimism, and we were not in a space of feeling optimistic. I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles here in 2020, we kind of lost our faith in certain things. And so these opportunities came along that like required you to believe in them and required you to put your energy behind it and required you to like kind of jump on it now. And I feel like either we didn't have the resources to do that, or we didn't have the faith to do that, or we didn't have the freedom to do that, or the flexibility to do that. So we might feel like some opportunities have like passed us by. And see, a ship is never empty. So I feel like there were definitely other people that got on this ship. So we definitely felt left out, like other people grasped onto opportunities that we weren't able to grasp onto. So we might have felt like we missed our ship, actually. And then it's crazy because, okay, we're talking about ships, but if you look at the 2 of Wands right here, it's actually someone who is sending their ships out, right? So then with the Hermit here that's clarified by the Hermit, this Hermit is thinking. But the 2 of Wands though is all about choices, because things are coming at you kind of fast, and so you have to make decisions. You have And it's very hard to build like stable long-term plans, because as soon as you make a plan, like maybe something happens to interrupt that plan and you have to make a choice, like, okay, well, am I going to do this or am I going to do that? It's just a lot of activity, lots of options. So I feel like, see, here's the thing. When there is a ship, I'm going to go back to the ship. When there's a ship, the ship always has a captain. So that's someone who's the leader. So there's someone driving this ship. There's someone who's already programmed the destination and the GPS of this ship, and it knows how to get this ship from where it is to where it's going. Ships also have to stop at different docks and ports to get more supplies. So this ship is going to stop where this ship needs to stop. So the people who are on this ship, they can just ride, okay? They can just ride on that ship. They don't have to be in charge of when they go, of when they stop, of anything. They just kind of do what the captain tells them to do, and they get their ride. And so I feel like we kind of needed a mental break with the Hermit here. We kind of wanted some time to reflect, and we may have thought that, damn it, if we had only got the opportunities on this ship, somebody else could have been in control for a while, and we wouldn't have had to be in this Two of Wands energy, you know, Two of Wands to the Five of Pentacles, always trying to figure out what to do. Because see, if you're in a Five of Pentacles decision or space where you don't have money, you don't have friends, you don't have, I don't know, it's like you can't really make a lot of decisions about where your life goes, but you do have to make a lot of in-the-moment choices, right? Do I eat this or do I eat that? Do I buy medicine or do I buy food? Do I buy shoes or do I buy toothpaste? Now, I know these are kind of silly, you know, examples, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like when you're broke, you have to make the hardest fucking choices. So you're always deciding, but you're never planning. And that is the most frustrating space to be in, okay? So I feel like with the ship here, we were like, okay, damn it, if we only had the resources or the ability to catch up with these opportunities or jump on these opportunities when they presented themselves, then somebody else could take the wheel, and we could really, you know, with the Two of Wands and the Hermit, have a moment to kind of sit back and reflect on what our plan is, okay? But I feel like, see, with the Lovers here, the Hermit and the Lovers, so the Hermit is Gemini and the Hermit is Virgo energy and the Lovers is Gemini energy. Both are ruled by Mercury, you know, both have to do with the Magician and with magic. But see, the Hermit is the magic of the self, and the Lovers is synergy. It's the magic of when you put these two energies together, you know, when 1 + 1 makes 3. Okay, that's magic. That's the Lovers. So I feel like the truth was people maybe just didn't want to come together with us. I mean, that's the rejection, right? The Ace of Swords to the Lovers. Somebody just made a decision with the Ace of Swords to not. And so somebody's stuck in this Hermit energy, feeling like their ship passed them by, feeling like opportunities passed them by, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like they have decisions to make, but at the same time, no choice at all. So this, I feel like, could have put us in a very codependent, needy Five of Pentacles state. Because if you are in a space where you need time and peace and calmness to have reflection and resources to make a decision, to make a plan for your life moving forward, and you don't have any of that, then it kind of forces you to have to lean on other people. And I feel like other people saw that shit coming and got the fuck out the way. Like, oh, you ain't finna lean on me. You're not finna bring all your dependency and all your need. And granted, it is a valid need, okay? But I just feel like for some reason, nobody came to our rescue. Nobody said anything kind about our situation. Nobody gave us, you know, came towards us with any truth or clarity that helped us feel like we were on the right path, or if we were on the wrong path, gave us a clear indicator of which way we should go. I feel like we was just kind of lost this year. And that loss presented itself as loss of money, but loss of opportunity, loss of partnership, loss of, you know, it's like we just literally felt like Five of Pentacles, like all alone, and everybody got the fuck away from us really quickly with the ship here. So that's our, I feel like that's our rejection. So let's see how that was our protection. I'm gonna tell you even before I put a card down what my spirit is telling me the protection is. Because the thing is, when you can't rely on another soul, who do you have to rely on? Come on, somebody at home, say it with me. When you have nobody to depend on, who do you have to depend on? You got two answers: yourself and your God. That's it. So sometimes God will show you how much he loves you and how much he misses you. How much he misses being the captain in the ship of your life by making everybody else abandon you. Because God misses you. God just wants you to turn around and say, oh shit, well, what's up, God? Like, what's up? What's going on? And God is like, oh, hey, I'm glad you came by. I've been meaning to talk to you. So I'm glad to see you finally had the time to say a prayer, to bend your knee, to humble yourself, to say thank you for the little things, seeing as that's all you have now, or little things are, little things to get you from today till tomorrow, but you can't really see further than that, All right, so, but let's see what the cards say. How was this our protection? We have a bunch of cards came out. Okay. Strength card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this was definitely a journey to our strength. Then we have Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So these are all personalities. Page of Cups. These are court cards. So we have the Page of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. These are all different aspects of a personality. Page of Cups is very young, optimistic, watery, loving energy. This is somebody who wants to show you their love, who wants to prove their love, who wants to please you. This could also represent a child who just, wants to make their parents happy, or a baby, a pregnancy, a new romance, unexpected emotions, unexpected sweetness in love, but also somebody who's just kind of immature. And then we have the King of Swords, which is the exact opposite of that. The King of Swords is very mature. He's very logical. He's not emotional at all. He learns how to put his feelings aside and just make clear-headed decisions. He is someone who can tell other people what to do. He is a leader, not a follower. He is a teacher, a preacher, a father, but he can also be a man of few words. He's a husband. He is a judge. He can be a lawyer. He can be very critical, but it's only from the space of wanting to make you better. Okay, so this is the exact opposite of the Page of Cups. I feel like the Page of Cups will tell you whatever you need to hear, whatever you want to hear. The King of Swords ain't about to tell you shit that you want to hear, but he's going to tell you everything that you need to hear. Okay, and then the Knight of Pentacles is, I guess, the middle ground between the two. This is the journey between the two, right? This is the thinker. The Knight of Pentacles has this shrub on his head. This is air of earth. So, with earth energy, you're trying to build something. But with the air energy, you're trying to think about how. So this is very strong Virgo energy, Hermit energy. Thinking about how we're going to invest this pentacle, or what we're going to do with it, or how we're going to get more of it. And with the horse being black, I always think of death, in that, this Knight of Pentacles is thinking about what has to change, what has to end, what has to be backed away from, because it almost looks like this horse is moving backwards, in order to, maybe right your course if you're off course. Because this person is really intent on doing things the right way, handling things the correct way, even if it takes forever. So I feel like that's our blessing, right? Because we have the Four of Pentacles here, okay? So we see that we're stuck. Four of Pentacles is the sun in Capricorn, so that's clarity in devil energy, right? So we see where we're stuck. We see where things are toxic. We see where we keep doing the same things over and over again and getting the same result, and we've maybe you know, we have to graduate from this energy. Otherwise, we're going to start to be stagnant. You know, growth only goes so far in one container. This Four of Pentacles is like a plant that needs to be repotted and rerooted in order to really flourish and get the benefit of its original stages of growth before he starts to just wither and become stagnant and disgusting. So, I feel like this Page of Cups speaks to this Four of Pentacles energy, where we've been in stages where people tell us what we want to hear. People love us. They give us what we want. They say yes. They adore us. And now we have to grow up. It's like we're not a baby anymore. You know, I feel like 2020 was letting us know we're not a baby anymore. So in this energy up here where we felt rejected, where we were searching for someone to guide our ship, right? So we don't have to think, to tell us what to do. I feel like this King of Swords is like the Most High. You just made a decision, like, no, people are not going to do that for you this year. There's not going to be any softness or any romance or any sweeping you off your feet this year, because you have to learn to think for yourself with the Knight of Pentacles here. And so if we add the Knight of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles, that equals 5 Pentacles right here. So it's like the length of time that we're out in the cold, it just depends on us, right? Because it's like we're out in the cold seeking for shelter, seeking for belonging. But if you decide that, see, because here's the thing, this King of Swords is outside too, but do you feel like he out in the cold? Hell no. It might be cold where he is. You know, it very well might be. He's dressed for it. He's got his cape on. I feel like this is trying to say that being out in the cold is only an illusion, because you can only feel left out if you're seeking to get in. But what if you become self-sufficient outside? Then outside gets bigger, because all of it is your domain and you don't need to get in anymore. So I don't know, this is like becoming our own friend, our own captain, our own leader, our own lover, our own self, independent self. So the Four of Pentacles is, no, that was wrong. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles is clarified by Lucifer. Isn't that crazy? I said this was the sun in the devil, Four of Pentacles, sun in Capricorn, and then Lucifer came out to clarify it. And then we have the Page of Cups clarified by the moon, and then we have the King of Swords clarified by radiation reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Witch reverse with the Judge at the bottom of the deck. So I'll explain what that means. Okay. Lucifer. This card is about the fact that God has rules, right? And Lucifer, or the devil, likes to question those rules. You know, Lucifer is that snake that was in the Garden of Eden that said to Eve, did he really say that you can't eat that apple? You know, Lucifer is the one who asks those questions that make you question yourself, right? So if we're in this Four of Pentacles energy, God supports growth and change. So once you get in, if you notice, there is no growth in this card. This is all industry. This is all city. This is all man-made in the background. And there's just these few shrubs, you know, that maybe somebody planted. But it's not actual true nature. God supports growth, right? So with God, like, you grow and you have to go through different phases. But see, when you get into the Four of Pentacles energy and you're trying to hold on to your former glory, you start to do certain things that are unnatural. Because what would be natural, once you reach the height, you know, the pinnacle, what would be natural is for you to go back down the mountain. It's for you to humble yourself and go into new experiences where you don't know it all anymore. You know, where you go from being the senior in high school to being the freshman in college. I think I used this example the other day. So it's like going from this state of mastery to going back to being a novice again. Lucifer will come in and say, do you really have to change? Do you really need to go and make all these changes? Can't you just save more money and, you know, for 6 more months? And it just teaches you how to, like, suppress these natural urges that are coming up in you that say, I don't give a fuck how much money I'm making at this job, I gotta quit this job. Or I don't care how much, about the fact that me and this man just bought this house, I can't live with this man no more, I gotta leave this man. Or I don't know what's calling me forward into this other city, but I gotta go, I gotta move. These are urges of growth. But Lucifer will come in and just kind of push you down a little bit into comfort and fear and say, are you sure you really want to do that? Are you sure you really want to be inconvenienced in that way? Are you sure you really want to have to go through making new friends and getting a new job and figuring out how to run this business? Don't you know most businesses fail within the first 5 years? Are you really sure you want to go through that? Your mother just got proud of you for getting tenure or for getting that promotion or for getting a good 401k. Do you really want to disappoint your family and do something else that's uncertain? Do you really want her to call the church group and tell them, the update on you and it's not as good as it was last year? Do you really, you know what I mean? It's just eventually you just stay where you at just to shut that voice the fuck up, because it's just, oh my God, it's incessant. But then when the Page of Cups to the Moon here, your fears, right? They call you because your fears deep in your soul are even more resounding than Lucifer. So then at night you say, you hear a little voice to say, if we're gonna make it, we have to do this now, and it's like, it's just this back and forth, because your intuition is never going to shut up either. Your doubts are never going to shut up, and your intuition is never going to shut up. If either one of them would shut up, then at least you could be satisfied, right? If you let your doubts overtake you, and then your intuition never again calls you and says, you probably should do this other thing, then you get comfortable, you get fine. There's no voice contradicting, your decision, and so you're stable. And it's the same thing if you were to follow your intuition and follow your dreams, and there was never a voice that said, you're making a fool of yourself, you're going to look crazy, then you could be 100% in that. And it's like, it's that back and forth that starts to make you sick, right? But see, then we have the King of Swords here with radiation. Radiation is about being sick. It is about people recognizing the ways that they've made their own selves. And I don't mean like physically sick, but I just mean like, their life is diseased, it's uneasy, it's not in alignment with and it's overgrown, it's just gross, it's full of like toxic patterns and thought forms. And so with the King of Swords though, and radiation coming out reverse, it's like this is the Most High forcing us into situations where we have no choice. Okay, where God is the captain of this ship now, and where this ship is leaving you is docked the hell out there with nobody else. Okay, until you figure out how to decide, right, what you want your life to be, and do nothing but that. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which, like I said, is about the journey from the Page of Cups to the King of Swords, where you have to think and you have to plan, right? That's clarified by the Witch reverse. Now the Witch upright is all about manifestation and using nature and using your nature and the nature of other people to get the life that you want. But the reason why it's reversed is because we can't use our nature in this case. You can't use your nature with the King of Swords. The nature of man is to be scary and to be and to look for comfort. And so God is pushing us out of our nature, into our mind, into our logic, because we have to get the fuck out of our comfort zone. That's why the Witch is reversed, okay? We cannot, we can't tweak this. We can't, like, bippity-boppity boop this shit. It's not going to be cute. It's not going to be like, oh my God, and I just manifested it, and I just put it on my vision board, and I just decided, and no, it's not like that. Like, that's some cute new age, easy peasy type shit, The Secret and all of that. But this is not that. This is like the day-to-day ugly, sobbing, healing childhood wounds, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling dead inside, feeling just all the ugly, the radiation, feeling all the ugly things. And making the decision to get up anyway. This is like mind over matter, okay? The Witch upright, I feel like, is matter. It's nature. It's like, you know, you indulge yourself. You go with the flow. This is not with the flow. No, this is mind over matter. We can't go with the flow anymore because the flow is leading us into spaces that are not the best for us right now. So, we have the Judge at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so I feel like people judged us, man. Like, people, like, maybe just turned their backs on us because whatever we were doing or however we were living, it just didn't meet anyone's approval. But so what? See, here's the thing. You can care when your life doesn't meet other people's approval, when you feel like it's your life. But when God steps in and just Rumpelstiltskin your shit. I don't even know why I said Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin, he's the one that slept, right? Make you sleep, make you miss opportunities, fuck shit all up, fuck your mind up, fuck your world up, make you seem undependable, unreliable, like you don't know what you're doing, where you like unfocused, all of that. When God does that, it's for a greater purpose, and you really can't take people's opinion of that personally. God always makes people look crazy before he restores them and brings their vision to pass. And that's because the trials that we go through are not just ours alone. They're for like a collective Bible where people can then read our story and people know about our story and people can point to our story and say, no, I know anything's possible because look at such and such. You know, I use Malcolm X as that example. Like, I'm sure a lot of people judged Malcolm X when he was Malcolm Little. Did they not? I mean, he was a horrible person. But he had his reasons, right? He had his reasons for being the way he was, after what happened to his father and what happened to his mother and what happened to him. He had his reasons. And then he got up, with the wrong crowd, with the wrong influences, right? The Lover's Card and Radiation. It was just, he needed to come together with people. He needed to feel like he belonged with people, but it was just the wrong people. So God had to put him in a situation where literally judge, right? Where a judge sentenced him to prison. And it was there that he, met up with the right people, so to speak. I mean, the people he met up with eventually ended up in his death, actually, if you think about it. But I don't want to talk about Malcolm X's death. I don't know how we got here. But I would just say that you can't really control how you die. That's that. But in terms of his manhood, like Ozzie Davis said, he was a shining example of black manhood. The way that he became a man was something that only God could do. And God had to completely isolate him first in order to do that. So I feel like that's the blessing, is that we're being called. We're being selected. But sometimes that feels like being picked on. It's like being excluded. We're being excluded from the group that we thought we wanted to be included into, in order to be put in this super secret, exclusive, different group where we have to grow up and learn how to rely on ourselves. And I do believe that in time that will be because we are being called to be dependent upon in a new way. It's like a little tree. First it has to grow into a tree. First it has to survive all the elements that a little sapling has to survive. But then once it does survive it and receives the nutrients that it needs, it grows up into a mighty tree that can feed other people and shade other people as well. So God may have had a vision for our life that's bigger than our vision for our life, where he's looking beyond us into the people that we will bless, the people that we will feed with our testimony, and the people that we will give shade and rest and comfort to with our understanding and our explanation of our story, that leads them to understand their own story. And then you just pass it on. Each piece of that fruit, you can plant a new tree. So I don't know. God is the gardener, right? We're being tended to. So I feel like I've used 95,000 metaphors, so I'm gonna stop now. But yeah, so that's it. Let me see if I want to say anything else. no, I think that's it. If you would like a personal reading from me, that information is in the description box below, as well as the information about this deck, the Melanated Classic Tarot, and as well as information about my website. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share it with somebody who you think might enjoy it. Okay? Thank you. Bye.